Hey you guys, it's Lauren. Today was my VLCD day number 16, and it's like 9 o'clock now where I am at night, so basically the day's over, and tomorrow's gonna be day 17. Um, let's see. I guess most importantly, everybody always wants to know the weigh-ins, right? Yesterday I weighed in at 169.0 even. And then I was hoping to be into like the 168 range today, and I was actually 167.8. So I know that you guys would be really excited about that because I freaked out so hardcore. Like, I took a picture of it with my cell phone, and then I sent the number on the scale in a text to my sister because she's there for me all the way, and she's like just as invested in this as I am. So I just totally had to tell her, and we were freaking out together, and it was awesome. My hunger has significantly improved. I think that the hunger, I know that some people have experienced some pretty bad hunger in week 2, and I think that it's also because I was on my Tom, and all of that kind of just complicates things, and I haven't really had bad hunger, the past like 5 days or so. I've been just fine, nothing that isn't manageable. So that's really good news. And let's see. Oh, I wanted to tell you guys that I think I'm only going to go the 21 days because I'm actually going to Japan on May 9th. I'm studying abroad there. And yes, I know that I'm going to get a lot of questions asking, are we still going? And, why are we still going? How is it even safe? Just no worries. Where we're going, it's very, very safe. It's the very southern part of Japan. And I'm going there with a faculty member and some other students, and my teacher has he has family there, and it also has to be approved by the State Department, and it could still get canceled. Like, if anything changes and it becomes unsafe, then they will cancel the trip. So no worries, people. But I am going to Japan on May 9th for a couple of weeks, and obviously I won't have a scale with me, but I will be on P3 at that point, and even if I were to extend my days, I would still end up being on P3 at that point. So I really wanted to get those first 3 weeks done here at home where I have a scale and I can monitor my weight very closely, because those first 3 weeks I hear are the most sensitive ones, where your body is most sensitive to everything. And so I just want to make sure that I do it right and that I don't have to worry about anything, and also so that I can enjoy, my vacation more, and, not be worried so much about regaining something, because, after those first 3 weeks, I'll just have to be following the low-carb type stuff and staying away from certain foods. So, yeah, I just wanted to tell you guys that. I'm a little bit disappointed that I'm going to have to cut it shorter than what I would hope, but I've still lost a lot of weight so far, and I'll still continue losing through Friday. So, yay! And what else? Oh, actually, tomorrow is my birthday. So happy birthday to me, right? Yeah, and I told my family that I didn't want to do anything. And my parents are divorced too, so birthdays are really unorganized in my family anyway. So I told my parents that I didn't want to do anything food related for my birthday this year, and they were like, okay, that's fine. My mom knows that I'm on the HCG diet, but my dad doesn't, because I don't think that he would quite understand. He's not one of those. He would just be like, well, just, lower your intake and up your exercise. It's like, Dad, I already did that, and yeah, I lost weight, but I started to get really bored with it, which is why I decided to do HCG. And plus, who doesn't want to see results quicker if that's an option. So I just didn't tell him about it, but my mom, she was like, oh, okay, totally understanding and stuff. So, and let's see, I will be excited to get on P3 later on this week, but for now, I'm really just keeping my nose to the grind, and I'm making sure that I'm doing everything within my power to lose as much weight as possible. I have not cheated on this diet. Simple as that. So, And I always make sure that I get enough water in. Like, by the end of the day, I always make sure that I will have gotten enough water, even if that means that I have to shove in, you know, half a liter at, you know, at the end of the night. Even though that makes you have to pee a lot, even while you're sleeping, which sucks. Oh, and I also wanted to say that I watched, from, I don't remember what day it was, but Losing Laura put up a video where she showed us how she did, like, those little lettuce wraps, and I was like, that looks real good, so I'm gonna do that. And I did that tonight for dinner. I did that with some chicken, and it was delicious. Thank you so much for that idea, Laura. I appreciated it. So I think that I'll probably end up doing that a few more times. Yeah, I was eating fish mainly in the beginning, but I have never been much of a fish person, and I got really tired of it really quickly. I was like, enough with the fish, you know, and then I went over to shrimp because I really like shrimp. But shrimp can sometimes be expensive, and we have so much, like, frozen chicken at my house and stuff. I'm like, I'm just reverting. I'm going to chicken because I love chicken and I can do it. And I was actually a vegetarian for a while. I used to be one, and recently, within the past few months, I decided to start incorporating more meat into my diet. I don't eat a lot of beef or anything still, even though I think it's tasty. I just think that it's healthier not to, if I can avoid it. So I do that. I don't know if I'll ever go back to being vegetarian. Probably. I can totally see that in my future. But I don't see myself as being a person who would do it for life. Like, I might do it for a couple years at a time, because that's what, you know, I've done before. But every now and then, I just like to start incorporating meat back into my diet, because I'm not really an animal lover, but I did it for the health benefits. Anyway, you guys probably don't care much about that. Sorry, I'm leaning here. I don't think that there's much else to update on. Yeah, like I said, I'm going back to school tomorrow, and just gotta make it through this school week. It's kind of tough for me when I'm at school to keep up with the diet and everything, because I don't always have the resources at hand, because I'll be at the school, like, all day. I won't come home, so I'm just gonna make sure that I have everything prepared and cooked before I take off tomorrow. And hopefully I'll get to make a video for you guys tomorrow and let you know what my weigh-in is. Since I had a 1.2 release this morning, I'm assuming that I won't have a great release tomorrow, but it would be awesome, of course. So, alright, I guess that's it, and I will talk to you guys later. Okay, bye!